look into my life and pop culture vibes. Welcome to Amani's Vibe.
Hey everyone, welcome to Amani's Vibe. It's a new season of Love Island USA, season 8. Now, I'm based in Canada, and unfortunately, the show doesn't come on here till 11 p.m. I'm getting ready for surgery, y'all. I have a big meeting at the hospital tomorrow. But I created my poster, my thumbnail, and what I tend to do is I am not going on the Love Island USA site. I keep away from everything so I won't know what happened because I know it starts earlier. So the only thing I did look at and I will look at is when they have the first look and my comment, because I saw earlier today, Ebony did a feature on 3 of the Black women. So I chose Anaya because I did hear the discourse about her and her pictures are amazing. And for some reason, she does look so much older on this show. So I was like, I'm just going to have a picture of her because I will kind of look into their backgrounds, maybe not what the fandom is looking for. Okay, well, hey y'all. I'm back. I have watched a show. I realized I missed something. I was so tired. It shows so late in Toronto, but I give you a high level overview as in the things that stood out to me. So over time, I'll add a little more, but I'll let you know what stood out to me from the first episode. So the opening song and dance, what? That's all I have there. I didn't realize it was a whole lip sync routine because I think the way I recorded it, it was cut off. Can't I love Kenzie and Anaya when they came in, and there was a lot of screaming though, y'all. That's pretty much how the show started. Woo! You're a Gemini moon. No, you're a Gemini moon. No, you are. No, you are. You're from Georgia. I'm from Georgia. No, I'm from Georgia. You're from Georgia. Where? Oh, yeah. Woo, lots of screaming. I was like, they happy, they screaming, and they're loud. And remember, I stay offline, so I don't know if people disappear. By the time y'all listen to this, that's on the people online. I'm just basing it on the show and the people that I am seeing. So the note that I had about Kenzie, I was like, who does Kenzie remind me of? It's like, she reminds me of the country singer who said, there's chicken in the sea. When they had the reality show, and there was like, I had to Google it. Jessica Simpson. Listen, am I the only one? I haven't listened to any other reviewers, but all I could think of from the first time she talked was like Jessica Simpson. Oh my goodness. But I think Kenzie is so cute. She is funny, and she was really doing them splits. I was like, okay, Kenzie with the splits. Chicken of the Sea. Right. I also really liked Anaya, and I wanted to talk about her looks because you know what? Her look in the picture, her looks on her page, even her look on the show, like she does read so much older than she is on the screen, even on the screen. So I don't know I don't know what it is, but I think she's gorgeous. I do. I think she's gorgeous. I think the entire cast, they did a great job with the cast. I'm loving the cast so far. But yes, Anaya, she definitely does read older than she looks, but she is gorgeous. Right off the bat, I I have favorites already. I absolutely love sincerely sincere. I just like his personality. But the other thing I do, y'all, is I really listen to what they say in their packages. So as much as he's like, like a pretty boy and all that stuff, he he talked about liking museums and that it might not be what you think, and I think that's what I always listen to in their introductions. But yes, I really really liked him. I really like Bryce. I was like, Bryce is very Brycey. I really like his personality, and what a really important thing about Bryce is, though he's been modeling since he was 17, he's been in that business, he has that look. You can tell that doesn't mean that he's like super popular or that he's made it, because he talks about that's the life of an artist. That is the life. When in between you don't have work, that he is willing to, fix garbage trucks and do whatever he has to do. And I just wanted to say that is such an important quality in a partner, in a boyfriend, whatever. Somebody who has that survival type of thing in between gigs. It's really, really important. Then I have here Zach, Charlie's bro. Oh, yeah, he's cute. I always made fun of Charlie. I'm sorry, Charlie. I just thought that Charlie was a bit dry the way he talked on the show. He was very chill. Charlie is still very chill. I like Charlie. Very, very chill. But Zach definitely has more flavor. A bit more flavor. I don't know why he was talking about his cat and the woman has to love his cat. I don't know. But remember that, because that was a point of contention. Imagine if whoever he ends up with doesn't like his cat, because he really went on about the cat. Just saying. Because Cordell has a cat too that he loves, Milo, and I never heard Cordell go on about his cat in his package, but that's okay. I know they ask him different questions, and then they show. I'm not sure why they show only certain parts of that little interview, but that cat thing stood out to me. I was like, okay, Zach. When Sean and Casey came in, I thought, well, they were like admiring each other, like, hey, you look good, I look good, you look good. When they were coming in, I thought that was cute. Um, Sean, initially, I felt like that he didn't really look at people when he was hugging them. So I make note of different things, like, but I know that people are probably nervous. So, and then I have, he may not be a cop anymore. I have heard that. He's very cute though. I also think that it's great that he was straight up about his child, that he had a situationship and ended up with a child, and he was just straight up, like nobody has to try to guess anything about him. So I like that about him. Brittany, I don't think she's gonna be easy, y'all. When who is it? I feel like, yeah, it's when Sean was talking, Brittany was like, yeah, yeah, that's good. Yeah, yeah, okay. When he was talking about having a child, so you can tell like she's not down with that. Um, I have here that I like that he was so honest when he talked about going through his wild streak. I really like KC, y'all. When he talked about being a nurse assistant at 23, I just like him. Then I was like, does Casey have a glass eye? Okay, this is where my mind goes, y'all, okay? Anyway, that's just something I wonder. It's not anything bad, but I was just like, Casey might have a glass eye. What else do I have? Oh yes, I like that. Or you can see they have people from similar states like Philly, like Georgia. I can tell that the casting really took a lot of time. And then I'm like, it's a very multicultural, ethnic, cultural cast. And they also made sure, and I know that's from the audience, that even if somebody is Caucasian, if they're Brazil, whoever they are, that they still like the sisters. You can tell that that was a big thing that casting did. So I'm gonna say kudos to casting. I think everybody looks really, really good. Oh my goodness, that first thing where they had to stand beside the door, and Casey stood by the plant, and no women were on the other side. Like, I just fell for him. Casey definitely has my soft spot from the jump. I'm just letting y'all know. Um, I feel that Zach actually really liked Brittany in that opening part. Those are that's what I thought, okay? But, we know that's not who he ended up with. And all I could see every time Kenzie talked, all I can think of is Jessica Simpson and do chicken live in the sea for the tuna, the chicken of the sea. Every time she talks, I feel like she's gonna start bursting out into a country song. But I love her personality, how bubbly she is. Um, what else do I have here? Oh yeah, Sincere and Melanie, they just match. It's like, should they check their family tree as well to make sure that they aren't related? They should really check into that in Philadelphia, because they just hit it off so like perfectly, like from the jump. And it's like they've known each other for life. I have faves, as I said. They're KC, Sincere, and Kenzie, chicken of the sea. um I have the Zach. Oh yeah, Zach likes some flavor. I like how they say it on the show. I've never talked to anybody blonde before. I really like women with dark features. And Kenzie saying, I really like your dark skin tones. I was like, okay, y'all. Okay, lovers of the swirl and the culture. Dark skin. Okay, I like that. You guys, I really like these people. Okay, Trinity though, I have Trinity and Bryce, the model. They're both happy that they chose one another. Until they talk and Trinity realizes their age difference, and that is a thing. So, what else did I have here? Um, oh, all of the women and Beat Beatriz. I really like Beatriz. To be honest, I have not paid one attention to to the fact that she is a para Olympian. And then I even wonder, does Sean know what she means? Do people know? So I love how she approaches life, period, and can't don't even know. Literally I saw that, I saw that she was a Paralympian, and I saw that she had like a prosthetic leg, like part of her leg was a prosthetic, because I did the intro to the show. You see the people that are on the show, but listen, girlfriend made not any difference in how she approaches life. I was so drawn to her personality. She's so feisty. The other thing I really notice about the women is they all have things that where they stand on business, or should I say they stand on green. They really have things that they're like. Beatrice was like, yeah, Sean's cute and all, but he had a child. I don't date people with children in my real life, and I don't date it here. And they never even really had a conversation about anything. So Sean seems quite smitten by her. Sincere and Melanie, they're smitten. Zach is not feeling Kenzie, but I thought he was very straight up with her. And I like that about him. What else stood out to me? Um, then it's time for the bombshells to come in. Brazil. So I'm like, oh yeah, Brazil is here, Gabriela. Trouble. He seems like trouble. Very spicy. I'll have to go back and listen to what I can't remember if they played their packages. I just kind of watch a show, take notes, and then share them with y'all. And then Kata, but both, Gabrielle, very spicy Brazilian. Kata, she's gorgeous. I just was like, so much diversity. I love it. So at the end of that first show, the couples were Sean and Beatriz, Kenzie and Zach, Trinity and Bryce, Melanie and Sincere and Casey and Anaya. So as I said, I have favorites already. Casey, Sincere, Kenzie, Trinity. We gonna have to look out for Trinity because Trinity ain't easy. Like she said, she's from a small place where somebody could be her cousin, but you can tell when she said she likes men that are a golden retriever that she's probably more attracted to the swirl, which is why she talked to Bryce. So I think it's going to be interesting. I mean, for a very first show that was 2 hours long, that's my high level overview. Those are my thoughts so far. I enjoy watching the show. I look forward to hear what you have to say, my Vibe Squad. And like I always say, that's what's up.
Ooh, Amani's Vibe. Welcome to Amani's Vibe. That's the space that I provide. No negativity, no lies. Here is just positive vibes.